We are the Wistl Family Adventures channel. Follow us on our chaotic and crazy adventures as we navigate life from one country to the next. Today, we reflect on all of the amazing things the Philippines has taught us and how much we will miss it. There's just so much we're going to miss here about the Philippines. So good afternoon. Actually, it's more like early evening here from the Wistl Family Adventure household. We are here at our condominium just enjoying, honestly, the last few days we have here in the Philippines. But first, a quick word from the wonderful sponsors at Kiddinks who are sponsoring today's video. So once again, today's video is kindly sponsored by Kiddinks, who have launched their new radio plays worldwide. Bibi and Tina radio plays are a series of wholesome audiobooks about two best friends and the adventures they have together with their horses, Sabrina and Amadeus.
Falkenstein, and there's the Martins' farm! We need to land as quietly as possible. We don't want to startle or upset Sabrina. Eeny meeny to the ground.
We now integrate Bibi and Tina audiobooks as a way for our kids to calm down, or during play in between home education lessons. Audiobooks are a great way to expose our children to language skills and keep their minds creative even when we aren't engaging in formal learning. And radio plays involve a range of voice actors and sound effects to help our kids imagine the story even more over traditional audiobooks. Radio plays are available on streaming services including Apple Music and Spotify. So you can start listening today by clicking the link below. Actually, today looks a complete opposite from what we saw yesterday, which was an incredibly crazy and strong lightning storm. We haven't seen something like that since actually rainy season, so it's really strange to see it in the middle of May. I guess because the pressure and the heat creates thunder and lightning, if I remember my science correctly. But we saw some absolutely incredible lightning last night. Very scary, but very, very just awe-inspiring. It makes you feel very human when situations like that happen. So as I said, we are hanging out in our condo today. We've been doing a lot of clearing out, as you would have seen in some of the past videos that we've made this week. And we are just trying to make the most of being here. It's something that we're definitely going to miss is our home. We haven't actually spoken about this yet, and we're going to miss it. Like, we've made a home from home here. Our condominium, though small, it was very mighty, and it helped us out a lot, not only with me and my mental health, but us as a family, bringing us together. And we healed. We got over a lot of problems that we came out here with. The Philippines has a great way of washing away your sins or your issues or any of your problems, and I feel very clean and very euphoric and I feel very whole and complete. And I feel like having this condominium and having this opportunity means that we can really, really appreciate what we've had here. We love our little condominium, and it's going to be really, really strange clearing it all out and emptying all our stuff. It already is a really odd feeling. Getting ready for a new adventure and finding somewhere new to home, all 5 of us and our babies, and seeing them grow up and enjoy a new part of their lives whilst letting go of another one. It's a very odd feeling. So we're definitely in a very in-between stage at the moment. We're still holding on to as much Philippines as we can whilst getting ready for the biggest challenge, I think, which will be getting back and heading home to England. I feel like it's definitely a much bigger challenge than coming here to the Philippines, and I don't know why. I feel like it's really strange to do a complete 180 and go back on yourselves. It feels like going backwards, and I really hope that eventually we settle and we find our routine and we enjoy where we're at, and we can come back here and celebrate all the times we've had here in the past and come back and make new memories, which is so important to us. We still have so much to see, guys. We have all the south, we have the Visayas region, we have all the north, Luzon. We definitely, Kev's already made plans on the next trip out here. We just need to regroup and come back together again, and then head back out hopefully. So that's going to be really cool, but it's definitely been a really strange experience holding on to these last few moments. There's just so much we're going to miss here about the Philippines. The kids have such solid friendships here. We always come down to this level and play. On Sunday, I think we spent 8 hours with their friends. That's how much they've enjoyed meeting new people, and they are from all walks of life. So we have Filipino friends, Chinese friends, Korean friends, all sorts of people, which is so amazing to see our kids grow, flourish, and make friends with people that don't even speak their language. Half the people, especially the children here, don't actually speak English when they're not Filipino. So the Chinese children and the Korean children actually don't speak English. But my children still convey amazing body language, and they still interact and play, and they look forward to seeing them nearly pretty much every single day. And then there's things like the sunsets and the view. Even from our condominium, we can see right up over to Rockwell. We're going to miss seeing those lights, all the buildings, the skylines, the lights, the noise. It's all those things that you can naturally get quite frustrated about, but actually we really, really enjoy. Even like the lightning storm last night, we can see it really clearly from where we are. And then we've also got cityscapes like this. You can see all of Pasay right behind us, which is very, very cool. You can almost see the ocean if you go right up to the top of our building. And those things don't cost anything, but there's some things that we are really gonna really miss, because when we get back to the UK, everything I know is gonna feel so grey and small, and it's gonna take a hell of a lot of getting used to. So we definitely have a lot to sort out when we get back. It's going to be very overwhelming. A lot of you that aren't from England probably wouldn't know that there's a lot of things that you have to do and go through when you get back. It's not as bad as other countries. We should settle in quite easily. And we do have little plans on what we are going to try and do. The kids are really looking forward to seeing their grandparents again, and they've already got plans as well. So there's going to be a very warm welcome when we get back. But there's just going to be a huge part of me that wishes we never let this go. But I'm also extremely proud and excited, and I feel like I'm a fuller person, and also I feel like I can take on a lot more that I didn't think I could before, because if you didn't know, I do suffer from mental health issues, including anxiety and depressive episodes, which are slowly getting better, which is really, really good. I'm just going through it and naturally trying to sort that problem out. But my anxieties revolved a lot around travel, as you know, so I don't like going to a place without being able to see where I'm going. I don't like going to somewhere I've never been to before, because it makes me very, very scared and very anxious. And I feel like I've let a lot of that go, and now being here in the Philippines has been such a big challenge, and I've overcome that, and I think I've come quite far, which I'm really proud of. And I hope those feelings and I hope those things don't dissolve just because we're leaving. I hope that I can keep that up, and I hope I can keep challenging myself, even if I am just in the UK. And something that the Philippines has really taught us is to enjoy the simplicity of life, slow your pace down, and just relax. And that's something that I definitely want to take back with us to the UK. You can get swept up in the rat race and in materialism and all that kind of consumerism rubbish, but we definitely want to keep our lives simple and enjoy the small things. So I am going to jump into the pool. It is very warm today, and the sun will be setting in about an hour, and it's one of our favourite things to do is swim whilst the sun's setting, and during the night as well, because it's just magical here. as you can see, we are out of the pool now. That was really nice, very refreshing and very important in this sort of weather to make sure that you're always cooling yourselves down. And the whole city behind me has now lit up, which is another part of what we love about Manila and being in the city. We were also always here quite late in the condominium on our level because the kids are always playing. Wow, there's a load of bugs right around my face. Because the kids are always playing with their friends. They are now like set up like a colouring group, so they're all inside just doing that with each other because there's loads of good aircon in there. It's a lot hotter out here and I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. But we're just trying to make the most of all those small moments and give them as much time with all their new people and all these new friends that they've made before we do have to say goodbye to everybody, which is going to be really, really sad. It's going to be strange. But we definitely appreciate this place. I feel like if we ever came back, we'd definitely get, oh my God, we'd definitely get like an Airbnb here so that we could come back and see everybody again. Even the security guards, the staff, the downstairs staff, we've made friends with literally everybody. I know a lot of you are like, make friends with locals and talk to locals. We literally do all the time. We just don't put their faces on camera, just so you know. But it's been really a pleasure to stay here and it was definitely the best move. I know a lot of you have questioned why we picked Makati because it's expensive, but compared to UK prices, it's very much not that expensive. But I'm really, well, oh my God, I'm really glad we picked here. It's been a really amazing time. So it's actually coming up to 7 o'clock and the kids are still up and hunting lizards. It turns out that those bugs that were flying all around me are these big orange, I don't know if they're like flying ants or something similar. And they are everywhere. They're literally, I've had them fly down my top, in my ear, in my eyes, up my nose. So I can't stay out here for too long because that's gross and I don't like it. But we've been hunting lizards, which has been really fun. So they're around somewhere. But we love that we can do things like this. Like we can just hang out in the evening. You couldn't really do this in the UK. A, it gets too cold, and B, it gets a bit creepy and nobody really stays out that long. But I love that part about the Philippines, and Manila is going to be missed a lot by being able to just sit down here and relax with everybody and talk and hang out. It's something that I really adore about Filipino culture, and our kids adore it as well. They love being down here. And I know, sorry that my camera is going to be really fuzzy because it is really dark out here now. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Not many people tend to talk about the transition between one country and another, especially when you have to go back and turn back and go home. I know a couple who did it recently, I think Will and Jose Travels, which was really enlightening and really refreshing to watch, because I know how devastating these sorts of videos are to make because this wasn't in our plans. So it is really difficult to talk about, but a lot of people tend to just disappear from YouTube completely, or they wait till they get home to explain what's happened, and we're really in the thick of it. There's one down my back. We're really in the thick of it, documenting that part in the middle where you're between two countries. Feels like very much we're between two homes now, which is a really strange feeling. It's not an easy feeling, but we're definitely trying to get used to it and trying to think about what it's going to be like for us when we do get home. Just means that we miss so many parts about here, and I know we're going to miss so many parts about here, so we're really taking that all in right now. Yeah, as I said many times before, nobody is more devastated about this decision than we are, but we are really, really passionate about vlogging this sort of situation because we always see the success stories, the people that stay here for long term, or that make this place their home, or the equivalent in other countries, or people that travel the world and, you know, their YouTube channel grows and they make a lot of money from it. Those success stories are amazing to hear. But for some people it's not reality, and you don't always get there straight away. Sometimes people's journeys just look like this, and other people's journeys look a bit more like this, and ours seems to always look a bit more like that. It's not that simple, and it's really not that easy. And it's even harder to say, like, hey, we didn't do it, and admit that to you guys as well as ourselves. But we feel like that's an even more bigger step, and an even more braver decision to actually come on camera and admit defeat, admit failure. Even though we don't really see it like that, we're trying to really take in all the positive experiences we did have. We want to really document all these sorts of parts of this journey, so that's why we haven't turned the cameras off, that's why we haven't given up. we're definitely going to keep going until the very, very end, until we realise that, you know, we're just not into YouTube anymore, or it's not working for us, or we find something that we're more passionate about. But for now, we are extremely passionate about continuing our vlogs, about making content, about showing that you can have an adventure even as a big family, even when all the odds are against you. Even if you are not wealthy or you don't have a lot of money, you can still do things. You can still go out of your comfort zone and have an adventure. And that's definitely our new motto here on the channel, and it's something we're going to take with us for a really long time, to have an adventure. So if you haven't, go have an adventure, even if it's as tiny as going outside and talking to somebody you've never spoken to before. It can be anything. But yeah, I hope you guys have really enjoyed today. We're really, really, really going to miss it here. It's going to be really hard, but we'll be with you every step of the way, and hopefully you guys will be with us every step of the way, giving us support. We've had so many amazing messages, so thank you for that. But I'm going to end the vlog here because it's getting dark and I need some dinner. What are you having for dinner? Write your dinner down below, what you've had tonight. I think we're having noodles, so let me know what you've got tonight. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Salam apo, and bye for now. Bye.